How to Become Happy with Yourself. A Journey to Self-Love Through Mindfulness and Gratitude. Written and published by MSC Boost. Chapter 1. The Power of Presence. Living in the present moment is a transformative practice that can help you cultivate a deeper appreciation for your life and foster a stronger connection with yourself. When you fully immerse yourself in the here and now, you open the door to a world of self-discovery and inner peace. The power of presence lies in its ability to ground you in reality, allowing you to experience life's joys and challenges with a sense of clarity and purpose. Mindfulness, the practice of being fully present and aware of your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings, is the key to unlocking the power of presence. By bringing your attention to the present moment, you can quiet the constant chatter of your mind and focus on what truly matters. This heightened awareness allows you to engage with your life more intentionally, making conscious choices that align with your values and goals. Practicing mindfulness doesn't require any special equipment or extensive training. It simply involves paying attention to your breath, your body, and your environment. When you find your mind wandering into the past or future, gently guide it back to the present moment. This act of redirecting your attention helps you develop a stronger sense of self-awareness and emotional regulation. The benefits of living in the present are far-reaching. When you're fully engaged in the moment, you're more likely to appreciate the simple pleasures in life, such as the warmth of the sun on your skin or the laughter of a loved one. This gratitude for the small things can lead to a greater sense of contentment and joy, even in the face of life's challenges. Moreover, being present allows you to connect more deeply with yourself and others. When you're not distracted by regrets about the past or worries about the future, you can give your full attention to the people and experiences in front of you. This authentic engagement fosters more meaningful relationships and a stronger sense of belonging. Mindfulness also has profound effects on your mental and physical well-being. By reducing stress and anxiety, practicing presence can improve your overall health and resilience. When you're able to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, you develop a greater capacity for self-compassion and acceptance. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily life doesn't have to be a daunting task. Start small by setting aside a few minutes each day to simply be present. You can practice mindfulness while eating, walking, or even doing household chores. The key is to approach each moment with curiosity and openness, allowing yourself to fully experience the richness of life. As you cultivate a deeper sense of presence, you'll begin to notice a shift in your perspective. Instead of constantly striving for the next achievement or milestone, you'll find joy and fulfillment in the journey itself. You'll develop a greater sense of self-awareness and self-love, recognizing that your worth is not tied to external validation or accomplishments. The power of presence is a transformative force that can help you navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. By anchoring yourself in the present moment, you can tap into a wellspring of inner peace and happiness. So take a deep breath, open your eyes, and embrace the beauty of the here and now. Your journey to self-love and happiness begins with the simple act of being present. Chapter 2. Gratitude as a Gateway. Gratitude is a powerful emotion that can transform your perspective and open the door to a deeper sense of contentment and self-love. When you learn to recognize and appreciate the small joys in your daily life, you begin to shift your focus from what you lack to the abundance that surrounds you. This shift in mindset is the foundation upon which lasting happiness and inner peace are built. Practicing gratitude involves more than simply saying thank you or occasionally acknowledging the good things in your life. It requires a conscious effort to seek out and appreciate the positive aspects of your experiences, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant they may be. By consistently directing your attention to the things you're grateful for, you train your brain to look for the good in every situation. One effective way to cultivate gratitude is through the practice of gratitude journaling. Set aside a few minutes each day to write down 3 to 5 things you're thankful for. These can be as simple as a warm cup of coffee, a beautiful sunset, or a kind word from a friend. The act of putting pen to paper and actively reflecting on the positive aspects of your life can help you develop a deeper sense of appreciation and contentment. As you make gratitude a regular part of your daily routine, you'll begin to notice a shift in your overall outlook. Instead of dwelling on the negative or focusing on what you don't have, you'll find yourself naturally gravitating towards the positive aspects of your life. This shift in perspective can have a profound impact on your mental and emotional well-being, reducing stress, anxiety, and feelings of self-doubt. Gratitude also has the power to strengthen your relationships with others. When you express genuine appreciation for the people in your life, you foster a sense of connection and belonging. By acknowledging the positive impact others have on your life, you create a ripple effect of kindness and compassion that extends far beyond yourself. Moreover, practicing gratitude can help you develop a greater sense of resilience in the face of life's challenges. When you're able to find something to be thankful for, even in difficult times, you remind yourself of your inner strength and the temporary nature of adversity. This perspective can help you bounce back from setbacks more quickly and approach obstacles with a sense of hope and determination. It's important to remember that gratitude is not about denying or minimizing the challenges you face. Rather, it's about choosing to focus on the good in your life, even when things are tough. By acknowledging the full spectrum of your experiences, both positive and negative, you develop a more balanced and realistic view of yourself and the world around you. Incorporating gratitude into your daily life doesn't have to be a time-consuming or complicated process. In addition to gratitude journaling, you can practice gratitude through simple acts like saying thank you more often, writing heartfelt notes to loved ones, or taking a few moments each day to reflect on the things you appreciate about yourself and your life. As you make gratitude a regular part of your routine, you'll begin to notice a profound shift in your relationship with yourself. By recognizing and appreciating the unique qualities and experiences that make you who you are, you'll develop a deeper sense of self-love and acceptance. You'll find that happiness and contentment come not from external validation or material possessions, but from the simple act of being grateful for the life you have. Gratitude is a gateway to a more fulfilling and joyful existence. By actively seeking out and appreciating the good in your life, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities and inner peace. So take a moment to pause, reflect, and give thanks for the blessings, big and small, that fill your days. Your journey to self-love and happiness begins with a grateful heart. Chapter 3. Silencing your inner critic. The voice of your inner critic can be a constant companion, whispering words of self-doubt and negativity that undermine your sense of self-worth and happiness. This internal dialogue, often shaped by past experiences and societal expectations, can be a significant barrier to developing self-love and inner peace. However, by learning to identify and challenge these negative thought patterns, you can begin to cultivate a more compassionate and supportive relationship with yourself. The first step in silencing your inner critic is to become aware of its presence. Pay attention to the thoughts that run through your mind, particularly in moments of stress or self-doubt. Notice the language your inner critic uses and the emotions it evokes. By bringing awareness to these negative thought patterns, you begin to create space between yourself and the critical voice, allowing you to observe it with greater objectivity. Once you've identified your inner critic, it's essential to challenge the validity of its statements. Often, the voice of self-doubt is based on irrational beliefs or unrealistic expectations. When you catch yourself engaging in negative self-talk, take a moment to question the accuracy of these thoughts. Ask yourself, is this really true? Or, would I speak to a friend this way? By subjecting your inner critic to scrutiny, you can begin to dismantle its power and influence. Replacing negative self-talk with compassionate and supportive inner dialogue is a crucial step in silencing your inner critic. When you notice yourself engaging in self-criticism, consciously shift your language to one of kindness and understanding. Speak to yourself as you would to a beloved friend, offering words of encouragement and reassurance. This practice of self-compassion helps to rewire your brain, creating new neural pathways that promote positive self-perception and emotional resilience. Affirmations can be a powerful tool in cultivating a more supportive inner dialogue. These are positive statements that you repeat to yourself, either silently or out loud, to reinforce a desired belief or quality. For example, you might say, I am worthy of love and respect, or I trust in my ability to overcome challenges. By consistently affirming your strengths and values, you begin to internalize these beliefs, gradually replacing the voice of your inner critic with one of self-acceptance and confidence. It's important to recognize that silencing your inner critic is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. Like any skill, it requires practice and patience. Be gentle with yourself as you work to transform your internal dialogue, acknowledging that setbacks and moments of self-doubt are a natural part of the journey. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small, and use them as evidence of your growing self-love and resilience. In addition to challenging negative self-talk and practicing affirmations, engaging in activities that promote self-care and self-discovery can help to silence your inner critic. This might include journaling, meditation, artistic expression, or spending time in nature. By nurturing a deeper connection with yourself and your authentic desires, you create a foundation of self-love that is less vulnerable to the influence of negative self-talk. Surrounding yourself with supportive and uplifting individuals can also be instrumental in silencing your inner critic. Seek out relationships with people who celebrate your strengths, offer encouragement, and model healthy self-talk. By immersing yourself in a positive and affirming environment, you create an external buffer against the voice of self-doubt, reinforcing your efforts to cultivate a more loving and compassionate inner dialogue. Silencing your inner critic is a profound act of self-love that requires intentional effort and commitment. By bringing awareness to your negative thought patterns, challenging their validity, and replacing them with compassionate and supportive inner dialogue, you begin to transform your relationship with yourself. Through the power of self-compassion, affirmations, and self-care, you can gradually quiet the voice of self-doubt, paving the way for greater happiness, resilience, and inner peace. Chapter 4. Mindful Self-Care. Self-care is an essential component of cultivating self-love and happiness. It involves taking intentional steps to nurture your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. By developing a practical and sustainable self-care routine, you create a foundation of resilience and inner strength that allows you to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and grace. Mindful self-care begins with tuning into your body's needs and honoring them with compassion and respect. This means paying attention to the signals your body sends you, such as hunger, thirst, fatigue, or discomfort. Rather than ignoring or suppressing these sensations, mindful self-care involves responding to them in a timely and appropriate manner. This might include nourishing your body with wholesome foods, staying hydrated, getting adequate rest, or engaging in physical activities that bring you joy and vitality. In addition to caring for your physical needs, mindful self-care also encompasses tending to your mental and emotional well-being. This involves creating space in your life for activities that bring you a sense of calm, clarity, and inner peace. Practices such as meditation, deep breathing, or journaling can be powerful tools for quieting the mind and connecting with your inner wisdom. By regularly engaging in these activities, you cultivate a greater capacity for self-awareness, emotional regulation, and stress management. Setting healthy boundaries is another crucial aspect of mindful self-care. This means learning to say no to commitments or requests that drain your energy or compromise your well-being. It also involves creating space in your schedule for rest, relaxation, and pursuits that bring you joy and fulfillment. By establishing clear boundaries and honoring your own needs, you send a powerful message to yourself and others that your well-being is a top priority. Self-compassion is at the heart of mindful self-care. It involves treating yourself with the same kindness, understanding, and forgiveness that you would extend to a dear friend. When you make mistakes or encounter setbacks, self-compassion allows you to view these experiences as opportunities for growth and learning. rather than as evidence of personal failure. By cultivating a self-compassionate mindset, you create a safe and nurturing inner environment that supports your ongoing growth and healing. Incorporating mindful self-care into your daily life requires a willingness to prioritize your own well-being. This might involve making changes to your schedule, letting go of activities or relationships that no longer serve you, or investing time and resources in your personal growth and development. While these changes can feel challenging at first, they are essential steps in creating a life that is aligned with your deepest values and desires. It's important to approach mindful self-care with a spirit of curiosity and experimentation. What works for one person may not work for another, so it's essential to find self-care practices that resonate with your unique needs and preferences. This might involve trying out different forms of exercise, exploring various relaxation techniques, or seeking out new hobbies or interests. By remaining open and receptive to new experiences, you create opportunities for growth, self-discovery, and joy. Consistency is key when it comes to mindful self-care. Rather than viewing self-care as a one-time event or a luxury, it's important to make it a regular part of your daily routine. This might involve setting aside specific times each day for self-care activities, or finding ways to integrate self-care into your existing schedule. By making self-care a non-negotiable priority, you send a powerful message to yourself and others that your well-being is worthy of time, attention, and respect. Mindful self-care is a transformative practice that has the power to radically reshape your relationship with yourself and the world around you. By tending to your physical, mental, and emotional needs with compassion and intentionality, you create a solid foundation of self-love and resilience. As you continue on your journey towards greater happiness and inner peace, remember that self-care is not selfish, but rather an essential act of self-preservation and self-love. By nurturing yourself with kindness and care, you become better equipped to show up in the world with greater presence, purpose, and joy. Chapter 5. Redefining Success. Success is a concept that has long been associated with external achievements, material possessions, and social status. From a young age, we are often taught to strive for academic excellence, professional advancement, and financial prosperity. While these goals are not inherently negative, an overemphasis on external markers of success can lead to a sense of emptiness and disconnection from our authentic selves. To cultivate true happiness and self-love, it is essential to redefine success in a way that aligns with our innermost values and desires. Shifting your focus from external achievements to internal growth and self-acceptance is a crucial step in redefining success. This involves recognizing that your worth as a human being is not contingent upon your job title, bank balance, or social media following. Instead, it is rooted in the unique qualities, talents, and experiences that make you who you are. By embracing your authentic self, flaws and all, you begin to develop a more stable and enduring sense of self-worth that is not easily shaken by external circumstances. Redefining success also means setting goals that are intrinsically meaningful and aligned with your deepest values. Rather than pursuing goals that are imposed upon you by society or others, take the time to reflect on what truly matters to you. This might involve prioritizing relationships, personal growth, creative expression, or service to others. By setting goals that are grounded in your authentic desires and passions, you create a sense of purpose and fulfillment that extends beyond the fleeting satisfaction of external achievements. Cultivating a growth mindset is another essential aspect of redefining success. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. Rather than viewing failures or setbacks as evidence of personal inadequacy, a growth mindset sees them as opportunities for learning and growth. By embracing challenges and viewing mistakes as stepping stones to success, you develop greater resilience, adaptability, and self-confidence. Redefining success also involves letting go of perfectionism and the need for constant validation from others. Perfectionism is the belief that anything short of flawless performance is unacceptable. This mindset can lead to chronic stress, anxiety, and self-doubt, as well as a fear of taking risks or trying new things. By embracing imperfection and recognizing that mistakes are a natural part of the learning process, you free yourself from the tyranny of unrealistic expectations and create space for authentic growth and self-expression. Celebrating your progress and accomplishments, no matter how small, is a powerful way to reinforce your redefined vision of success. Take time to acknowledge your efforts, growth, and achievements, whether it's mastering a new skill, overcoming a personal challenge, or simply showing up for yourself in a difficult moment. By focusing on your progress rather than your shortcomings, you cultivate a sense of self-appreciation and motivation that fuels your ongoing growth and development. Surrounding yourself with supportive and like-minded individuals is another key aspect of redefining success. Seek out relationships with people who share your values, passions, and commitment to personal growth. By connecting with others who are on a similar path, you create a sense of community and belonging that reinforces your redefined vision of success. These relationships can provide a source of inspiration, encouragement, and accountability as you navigate the ups and downs of your personal and professional life. Redefining success is an ongoing process that requires patience, self-reflection, and a willingness to let go of old beliefs and patterns. It may involve making difficult choices, such as leaving an unfulfilling job or ending a toxic relationship. However, by aligning your actions with your authentic values and desires, you create a life that is rich in meaning, purpose, and joy. Your redefined vision of success is unique to you and may evolve over time as you grow and change. Embrace this fluidity and trust in your own inner wisdom to guide you towards a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. By redefining success on your own terms, you take ownership of your happiness and well-being, creating a foundation of self-love and inner peace that will serve you throughout your life's journey. Chapter 6. The Joy of Solitude. In a world that often equates happiness with constant social interaction and busyness, the value of solitude is easily overlooked. However, spending time alone is a crucial component of self-discovery, personal growth, and inner peace. By embracing solitude as an opportunity for reflection, creativity, and self-care, you open yourself up to a profound sense of joy and contentment that comes from within. Solitude allows you to disconnect from the noise and distractions of daily life and tune into your own thoughts, feelings, and desires. In the quiet space of solitude, you can engage in deep self-reflection, exploring your values, passions, and aspirations without the influence of external opinions or expectations. This process of introspection is essential for developing a strong sense of self and aligning your actions with your authentic purpose. Engaging in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment is a key aspect of finding happiness in solitude. This might involve pursuing a creative hobby, such as writing, painting, or playing music, or engaging in physical activities that allow you to connect with your body and mind, such as yoga, hiking, or swimming. By immersing yourself in activities that you find inherently rewarding, you cultivate a sense of flow and presence that can be deeply nourishing and rejuvenating. Solitude also provides an opportunity for self-care and relaxation. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it can be challenging to carve out time for rest and renewal. However, by intentionally setting aside time for solitude, you create space for activities that promote physical, mental, and emotional well-being. This might include taking a long bath, reading a book, meditating, or simply sitting in nature and observing the world around you. Embracing solitude as a valuable part of your life requires a shift in perspective. Rather than viewing alone time as a sign of loneliness or isolation, it is essential to recognize it as a gift and an opportunity for growth. This shift in mindset can be challenging, especially in a culture that often equates worth with social status and constant activity. However, by reframing solitude as a choice and a means of self-care, you empower yourself to prioritize your own needs and well-being. Cultivating a sense of comfort and ease in solitude takes practice and patience. If you are accustomed to constant social interaction or external stimulation, the idea of spending time alone may feel daunting or even frightening. Start small, setting aside short periods of time each day for solitude, and gradually increasing the duration as you become more comfortable. Remember that solitude is not about isolating yourself from others, but rather about creating space for self-discovery and renewal. As you become more at ease with solitude, you may find that it enhances your relationships with others. By taking time to connect with yourself and your own needs, you develop a greater capacity for empathy, compassion, and authentic communication. You may also find that solitude helps you to appreciate the time you spend with others more fully, as you approach social interactions with a renewed sense of presence and purpose. Incorporating solitude into your daily life does not necessarily require large blocks of time or elaborate rituals. It can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths before starting your day, enjoying a cup of tea in quiet contemplation, or taking a solo walk in nature. The key is to approach these moments with intention and mindfulness, allowing yourself to fully engage with the present moment and your own inner experience. The joy of solitude is a powerful tool for cultivating self-love, resilience, and inner peace. By embracing alone time as an opportunity for self-discovery and growth, you tap into a deep well of contentment and fulfillment that is not dependent on external circumstances or validation. As you continue on your journey towards greater happiness and self-acceptance, remember that solitude is a valuable companion, offering wisdom, insight, and joy that can only be found within. Chapter 7. Practicing Self-Forgiveness. Self-forgiveness is a powerful tool for healing and growth. Yet it is often one of the most challenging practices to cultivate. We are often our own harshest critics, holding ourselves to impossibly high standards and berating ourselves for even the smallest mistakes or perceived failures. This self-judgment and criticism can create a cycle of shame, guilt, and self-doubt that undermines our sense of worth and well-being. By learning to extend compassion and understanding to ourselves, we open the door to greater self-acceptance, resilience, and inner peace. The first step in practicing self-forgiveness is acknowledging the universality of human imperfection. Every person on this planet makes mistakes, experiences setbacks, and falls short of their own expectations at times. This is not a sign of weakness or inadequacy, but rather a natural part of the human experience. By recognizing that you are not alone in your struggles and missteps, you begin to develop a more compassionate and understanding relationship with yourself. Self-forgiveness involves shifting your perspective from one of judgment and condemnation to one of kindness and empathy. When you catch yourself engaging in negative self-talk or ruminating on past mistakes, take a moment to pause and observe your thoughts with curiosity and non-judgment. Ask yourself, would I speak to a loved one or a dear friend in this way? Chances are, the answer is no. Extend to yourself the same compassion and understanding that you would offer to someone you care about deeply. Forgiveness is not about condoning or excusing hurtful actions, but rather about releasing the heavy burden of guilt, shame, and resentment. It is about acknowledging the pain and learning from the experience, while also recognizing that your worth and value as a human being are not defined by your mistakes. By letting go of self-judgment and embracing self-compassion, you create space for healing, growth, and positive change. Practicing self-forgiveness is an ongoing process that requires patience, commitment, and self-awareness. It involves developing a new relationship with yourself, one based on trust, respect, and unconditional acceptance. This may feel uncomfortable or even frightening at first, especially if you are accustomed to a harsh inner critic. However, by consistently choosing self-compassion over self-judgment, you gradually rewire your brain and create new patterns of thought and behavior that support your well-being and happiness. One powerful tool for cultivating self-forgiveness is the practice of loving-kindness meditation. This involves silently repeating phrases of compassion and goodwill towards yourself, such as, "May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be at peace." By consciously choosing to direct love and kindness towards yourself, you begin to soften the harsh edges of self-criticism and judgment, creating a more nurturing and supportive inner environment. Self-forgiveness also involves taking responsibility for your actions and making amends where necessary. This may involve apologizing to others, making restitution, or taking steps to prevent future harm. However, it is important to approach this process with self-compassion and understanding, recognizing that taking responsibility is not about punishing yourself, but rather about learning and growing from your experiences. Forgiveness is not a one-time event, but rather a daily practice that requires ongoing commitment and self-reflection. There will be times when you slip back into old patterns of self-judgment and criticism, and that is okay. The key is to approach these moments with curiosity and compassion, gently redirecting your attention back to the present moment and the opportunity for self-forgiveness. As you deepen your practice of self-forgiveness, you may find that it has a ripple effect on your relationships with others. By extending compassion and understanding to yourself, you develop a greater capacity for empathy, forgiveness, and unconditional love in all of your relationships. You may also find that self-forgiveness empowers you to take more risks, pursue your dreams, and live a life that is authentic and true to your deepest values and desires. Self-forgiveness is a radical act of self-love and acceptance, one that has the power to transform your relationship with yourself and the world around you. By letting go of past mistakes, embracing your humanity, and extending compassion and understanding to yourself, you open the door to greater happiness, resilience, and inner peace. Remember, you are worthy of forgiveness, just as you are, in this very moment. Let this knowing be a guiding light on your journey towards self-love and acceptance. Chapter 8. Cultivating authentic connections. Developing a deep and honest connection with yourself is the foundation upon which all other relationships are built. When you have a strong sense of self-awareness, self-compassion, and self-acceptance, you are better equipped to foster genuine and meaningful connections with others. By approaching your relationships with authenticity, vulnerability, and empathy, you create a space for true intimacy, growth, and mutual understanding. Authenticity is the practice of being true to yourself in all of your interactions, both with yourself and with others. It involves speaking your truth, honoring your values, and showing up as your full, imperfect self. When you are authentic in your relationships, you create a sense of safety and trust that allows for deeper connection and understanding. This requires a willingness to be vulnerable, to share your thoughts, feelings, and experiences openly and honestly, even when it feels scary or uncomfortable. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness in our culture, but in reality, it is a profound strength. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable with others, you create a bridge of empathy and connection that allows for true intimacy and growth. This doesn't mean sharing your deepest secrets with everyone you meet, but rather being willing to show up as your authentic self, flaws and all, in your closest relationships. Active listening is another key component of cultivating authentic connections. When you give others your full attention and presence, without judgment or interruption, you create a space for them to feel seen, heard, and understood. This requires setting aside your own agenda and opinions, and focusing on understanding the other person's perspective and experience. By practicing active listening, you build trust, empathy, and mutual respect in your relationships. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. It involves putting yourself in their shoes, imagining what it might be like to walk in their footsteps, and responding with compassion and understanding. When you approach your relationships with empathy, you create a sense of safety and support that allows for deeper connection and healing. This doesn't mean taking on the other person's pain as your own, but rather holding space for their experience with an open heart and mind. Setting healthy boundaries is another important aspect of cultivating authentic connections. Boundaries are the limits we set around our time, energy, and personal space to protect our well-being and maintain healthy relationships. When you have clear and consistent boundaries, you communicate your needs and values to others, and create a sense of safety and respect in your relationships. This requires a willingness to say no when necessary, to speak up for yourself, and to prioritize your own self-care and well-being. Forgiveness is also essential for cultivating authentic connections. When you hold on to grudges, resentment, or anger towards others, you create a barrier to true intimacy and connection. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning hurtful behavior or forgetting the past, but rather releasing the emotional charge around it and choosing to move forward with compassion and understanding. By practicing forgiveness, you free yourself from the burden of negativity and create space for healing and growth in your relationships. Gratitude is another powerful tool for cultivating authentic connections. When you approach your relationships with a sense of appreciation and thankfulness, you focus on the positive aspects of the other person and the gifts they bring to your life. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or conflicts, but rather choosing to see the good in others and express your appreciation for their presence in your life. By practicing gratitude, you create a sense of warmth, love, and connection in your relationships. Cultivating authentic connections is a lifelong process that requires ongoing self-reflection, communication, and growth. It involves being willing to show up as your full, imperfect self, to listen with an open heart and mind, and to approach others with empathy, compassion, and understanding. By developing a strong and loving relationship with yourself first, you create a foundation of self-awareness and self-acceptance that allows you to foster deeper, more meaningful connections with others. The path to authentic connection is not always easy, and it requires a willingness to step outside of your comfort zone, to be vulnerable, and to risk being seen and heard in all of your humanness. But the rewards of true intimacy, understanding, and love are worth the effort. By cultivating authentic connections with yourself and others, you create a life rich in meaning, purpose, and deep, abiding joy. Chapter 9. Celebrating your unique journey. Self-love is a deeply personal and transformative journey that looks different for everyone. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to happiness and inner peace, and what works for one person may not work for another. That's why it's so important to honor your own unique path, to celebrate your individual growth and progress, and to trust in the wisdom of your own heart. Your journey to self-love is shaped by your own experiences, beliefs, and values. It is influenced by your upbringing, your relationships, your cultural background, and countless other factors that make you who you are. Rather than trying to fit yourself into someone else's mold or follow a predetermined set of steps, it's essential to listen to your own inner guidance and trust in the unfolding of your own path. This means embracing your quirks, your imperfections, and your unique strengths and challenges. It means letting go of the need to compare yourself to others or measure your worth by external standards of success or achievement. It means allowing yourself to be fully human, with all of the messiness, uncertainty, and beauty that entails. Celebrating your unique journey also means honoring your own timing and pace. Some people may experience rapid growth and transformation, while others may move more slowly and steadily. There is no right or wrong way to heal, to learn, or to evolve. What matters is that you are showing up for yourself each day with compassion, patience, and a willingness to keep going, even when the path feels difficult or unclear. One way to celebrate your unique journey is to practice self-reflection and self-discovery. Take time to explore your own thoughts, feelings, and experiences through journaling, meditation, or creative expression. Pay attention to the things that bring you joy, the values that guide your decisions, and the dreams that light up your heart. The more you understand and appreciate yourself, the more you can align your life with your own authentic truth. Another way to honor your journey is to surround yourself with people who support and celebrate your growth. Seek out relationships with individuals who see your worth, who encourage your dreams, and who love you for who you are, not who they want you to be. Let go of relationships that feel draining, toxic, or limiting, and make space for connections that nourish your soul and inspire you to keep growing. It's also important to celebrate your own successes and milestones. no matter how small or insignificant they may seem. Take time to acknowledge the challenges you've overcome, the lessons you've learned, and the progress you've made. Celebrate your courage, your resilience, and your willingness to keep showing up for yourself, even when it feels hard. Remember that self-love is not a destination, but an ongoing practice. There will be days when you feel confident, radiant, and alive. And there will be days when you feel vulnerable, uncertain, and afraid. Both experiences are equally valid and important, and both are part of the rich tapestry of your unique journey. Trust that every step you take, every challenge you face, and every lesson you learn is bringing you closer to your own truth, your own wisdom, and your own joy. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, and that your journey is unfolding in perfect timing, even when it feels messy or uncertain. As you continue on your path to self-love, remember to be kind to yourself, to celebrate your own unique beauty, and to trust in the wisdom of your own heart. Know that you are worthy of love, happiness, and fulfillment, simply because you exist. And know that your journey, with all of its twists and turns, is a beautiful and sacred unfolding, a testament to your own courage, resilience, and grace. So keep going, dear one. Keep showing up for yourself with compassion, curiosity, and an open heart. Keep celebrating your own unique journey, and trust that every step is bringing you closer to the love, the joy, and the peace that you so deeply deserve.